Okay, so tell us a little bit about what you do in the military.
I'm currently, I guess, a recruit level. I was private two, like there's two levels of private. I was the second one in the Army Reserves, and then I recently just went through a transfer, so I'm now a National Guard recruit. So I'm going through processing right now for the National Guard.
Okay. How have your relationships been affected while you were away?
Uh, I mean, any long distance relationship sucks, but I didn't really have a good relationship with my family before joining, so it's not too bad. If anything, it's actually brought me and my family closer because they're actually proud of me for doing military things.
All right.
And like, how was basic? How was basic training? What was that like?
It was 9 weeks of hell on earth. It was in Georgia from May through July, so the hottest months of the year. But like, it's the sort of thing where when you're in it, you hate it, and then as soon as you're done, like immediately after I finish something and you look back, it's like, damn, that was cool. But then you look forward and you're like, God, I'm still here for another 8 weeks. So like things like that, it's very interesting to go through, and you learn a lot about yourself having to deal with people. Um, you know, like I was an academic all my life, high school and into college, and then I went to basic, and then I never had to deal with like people who were more stubborn than I was, but that's what I had to do at basic, and then you have to learn how to adapt and deal with people of different backgrounds. So I thought that was a very good experience for me.
Okay. Is there any threat that you can be taken to war if one arises?
Well, the thing is, there's no such thing as peace in our modern world. There's always conflict somewhere, and U.S. being the large superpower it is, it feels that it needs to keep its thumb on everybody. So we have a presence everywhere. If there's conflict, we're probably there. The main reason I'm switching to the Guard is actually so I can deploy. National Guard allows you to volunteer for deployment with adjacent units, so I actually wouldn't mind being called for deployment.
And what would you do when you were deployed?
I'm actually queued up right now to go be trained as a combat medic. There's two halves of that, either clinical or field medic, and if I was called for deployment, I'd either be in a clinic, which I wouldn't want so much, or on the field, which I'd prefer.
Okay. What made you join the military?
Originally, it was for money. I was in ROTC, and then I needed some money on the side. So if you're in the reserves, every month you go to this thing called drill, where you meet with your unit for a weekend, and then you do things with your unit, whether it be equipment maintenance or like battle exercises, things like that. So when you do that, you get about $200. So that's an extra $200 a month just for signing up and then doing this once a month. So it was low commitment. But I ended up, after coming back from basic, I realized that the Army life is something I prefer. So now I'm in it because I like the lifestyle and I want to help soldiers.
So is it what you expected it would be?
Honestly, it's not too right now. It's not too different from civilian life. Like I said, reserves was just once a month, like one weekend a month. And National Guard's no different. The difference is though that like when I go to training, so when I went to basic and coming up when I'm going to my medic school, the lifestyle's very different and it's good. It's good.
What's your opinion on the ultimate sacrifice?
It's not something that for me, I think it'd be, like, I look up to the people who commit it. Like, I think it's just amazing for them to do that, to lay their life down on the line for their buddy. I don't know if I could. It's something that only in the heat of the moment you would realize I'm willing to give my life for these guys that I've trained and worked beside for the past 18 plus months. Honestly, I don't know if I could do it. If I could, I'd be amazed. but it's not something that you know if you can do until it happens. You know, it's like you're in a Humvee and a grenade falls in the hatch, and then you either jump on it or you jump out of the Humvee, but you don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hold on.